Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV. Thank you for tuning in. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. I have a lot more quality content coming your way. And so in this video, we're going to be reviewing the 4 T20 match between West Indies and Nepal. West Indies came out victorious in that match. So we're going to be reviewing the scores in the match and some of the performances in the match as well. Also, we see where Cricket West Indies, they announced that their squad for the T20 World Cup will be announced on Friday via a press conference. So we're going to be looking at that as well. So just stick around to the end of the video and we'll cover all of these topics. So the West Indies, they secured a series victory today, by beating Nepal in the 4th T20 match in their tour of Nepal. It was another brilliant team performance by the West Indies team. And, definitely good to see them, performing well in Nepal. All right, so starting with the scores in the match, West Indies batted first again in this match, and they were able to post a total of 209 for 3 of their 20 overs. Leading the way for the West Indies in the batting department was Andre Fletcher, who scored an unbeaten 84 runs off 54 balls. And in combination with Johnson Charles, who, coming off the back of his unbeaten 100 in the third match, he scored a half century in this match as well. He scored 58 off 30 balls. And so they were the two main scorers for the West Indies team in this match, but supporting them as well was Fabian Allen. He scored 33 off 19. And so it was their innings that led West Indies to their total of 209 for 3 off 20 overs. Another high total. So far in the series, West Indies have scored over 200 in 3 of the matches. So brilliant batting by the West Indies in this series. In bowling, Nepal in reply, they were only able to get to 181 runs off their 20 overs. So their score was 181 all out. With their captain Rohit Paudel. Again, he was the main contributor for them in this match. He scored 82 or 47. But, his innings alone, could not have brought Nepal over the line. But nevertheless, brilliant batting by Rohit Paudel. He's been in some brilliant form throughout this entire series, and he scored runs again today in this match. So, a brilliant bowling performance by the West Indies, being able to take 10 wickets in a T20 match is no easy feat. So we definitely have to give them credit for that. Leading the way for West Indies with the ball. So we see where Matthew Ford, he took 3 for 25 off his 4 overs. So a brilliant bowling performance by Matthew Ford there. Fabian Allen, he took 2 for 34 off his 4 overs. So good to see Fabian Allen, in the wickets, taking some wickets for the West Indies along with his performance with the bat. Gudakesh Moti, he took 2 wickets, but he was very expensive in this match. He took 2 for 55 from his 4 overs. And the 2 wickets came in the final over of the match when Nepal were had already lost the match, right? So Gudakesh Moti a bit on the expensive side, but nevertheless, he took 2 wickets. And Hayden Walsh, he followed up his performance in the third match with the ball with another brilliant performance in this match, taking 3 for 26 from his 4 overs. So those were the wicket takers for the West Indies. They were the bowlers that were able to get Nepal out for 181 runs and leading West Indies to securing the series victory. So currently in the series, West Indies currently leads the series 3-1. Bouncing back after that disappointing loss in the first match. It was definitely surprising, but West Indies, they have bounced back well, winning the next 3 matches, very convincingly. So, stamping their class on Nepal as, we expect them to do, but like I said, in cricket, you can't take anything for granted. So they have to go out there and play the match and win. And they have done that in the matches, following that loss that they had in the first match. So, a huge congratulations to the West Indies team. It's the West Indies A team, but it's a West Indies team regardless, on their series victory. There's still one more match remaining in the series, but by virtue of them winning this fourth match, they have a 3-1 lead in the series, which means they have won the series. So going into that fifth match, there shouldn't be as much pressure on them, but I'm sure they will also want to put on another good performance in that match as well. So then moving on now to the West Indies T20 squad. So May 1st was the deadline for all teams to submit their squads for the T20 World Cup, which is starting in June. And from what I've heard, so Cricket West Indies, they did submit their squad, but the squad won't be announced until Friday, May 3rd, via a press conference. So they did put out a press briefing, indicating that, they will be having the press conference on the 3rd of May to reveal the squad that will be representing the West Indies in the T20 World Cup. So we won't know the West Indies squad, until Friday, May 3rd. But nevertheless, the squad has already been selected and submitted to the ICC. So we just have to wait until the press conference on Friday to see what players, were selected or what players were not included in the squad. We all have, our I said predictions, or we all have people in this that we think will be in the squad. So, Friday, then we'll know for sure, what team Cricket West Indies went ahead with in the for the T20 World Cup. So we just have to wait until Friday. But nevertheless, there's great anticipation all around the world for the West Indies team that will be announced. So we got confirmation from Cricket West Indies that Friday will be the day that we'll know, which team will be representing us in the T20 World Cup. But so far we see where a lot of big teams have announced their squad. So as far as members of the West Indies group, New Zealand, they have announced their squad already. Afghanistan also released their squad, and I think those are the main threats to West Indies in their group. But no team can be overlooked, right? But I definitely just took note of those teams as being the biggest challengers to West Indies in the group. So they have named their squad, both New Zealand and Afghanistan, and they named some pretty strong squads. I did a video, reviewing the New Zealand squad, and I haven't done a video reviewing the Afghanistan squad as yet, but that will definitely be done as well. But looking at the Afghanistan squad, it's a very strong squad. A lot of familiar names and a lot of young talent. Afghanistan, they are not a traditional, cricketing nation per se, but they have been performing well in cricket over the past few years, and they have some very talented players. Namely Rashid Khan, Zadran, and there are a lot of young fast bowlers as well, and good spinners that are in this Afghanistan squad. So I think they will be a dangerous team in the World Cup, especially because of their spinning prowess. They have a lot of top quality spinners, which can cause problems to any team in the World Cup. And their batting is not to be overlooked. They have a lot of talented batters as well, which on their day, they can, score runs quickly. So Afghanistan is definitely not a team to overlook in this T20 World Cup, as a result of their quality bowling, especially the bowling of their spinners, and their batsmen as well, who can score runs quickly. I already reviewed the New Zealand team, a lot of experience in that team. So they will definitely be hard to beat and be challengers as well for this T20 World Cup. And so we just have to wait and see what the West Indies Cricket Board, what Cricket West Indies, decides to, who they decide to pick, and then go from there. Also, we see where, so West Indies, they did announce that, there will, prior to the T20 World Cup, there will be matches played against Australia and South Africa leading up to the World Cup. So that will definitely be good warm up and good practice for the team going into the World Cup to face some quality teams in their group, right? So until Friday, we just have to just sit and wait to to see what what team, West Indies will be taking to the Cricket World Cup, and in an attempt to win it on home soil, which I have all confidence in the team that they will be able to do it. Won't be easy, but I think they can do it, and so we just have to wait and see. But so that's all I have for you in this video, viewers and subscribers. Again, West Indies, they secured series victory over Nepal, by beating them in the fourth T20 match. So scores in the match: West Indies batting first made 209 for 3, and Nepal in reply, they were bowled out for 181 runs. Andre Fletcher was player of the match with scoring an unbeaten 84. Supported by Johnson Charles and Fabian Allen with the bat. And bowling for the West Indies, Hayden Walsh, Matthew Ford, Fabian Allen, were, and Gudakesh Moti were the wicket takers. So that's all I have for you in this video, viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. Do remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comment section. Sports Perspective TV, and I'll see you in the next video.